When Jill finally arrived, he shattered the silence of her suffering, filling her world with light and laughter. He was the child born from a well of prayers, the answer to a heart that had known only emptiness. Adaku clasped him to her chest, reveling in the warmth of the boy who embodied her triumph over adversity. "You are my first fruit," she would whisper to him, and in those moments, Mama Chiki's derisive words fell silent. Jill became her joy and her shield, a bulwark against the judgment of others. Yet, with this newfound joy, came an overpowering desire to protect her son at all costs. Determined to shield him from any harm, Adaku gathered her household staff soon after Jill's arrival. "You must be careful with him," she warned, her voice steely and resolute. "Don't touch him. Don't scold him, even when he misbehaves. Leave everything to me. I will raise him the way I want." With each stern declaration, Adaku's grip on her son tightened, and she wasted no time dismissing any staff who dared to cross her protective barriers. It was a pattern that emerged swiftly. Her love blossomed into overindulgence, creating a cocoon that isolated Jill from the outside world, where he would grow to understand the complexities of life and the importance of boundaries. As Jill matured, the bond between mother and son deepened into something almost unsettling. He began to cling to her, his dependence evident in every interaction. While other children played together, Jill often rejected their company, preferring to shadow Adaku like an adoring pet. In the evenings, as twilight descended, he would follow her into the bathroom, demanding to join her during her rituals of cleanliness. Adaku, blinded by her devotion, welcomed him into the warmth of their shared intimacy without a second thought. "He's just a child," she would dismiss Chi's concerns, who observed with a furrowed brow. Over time, as Jill's attachment grew, so did the echoes of worry from Chi. Their arguments, charged with emotion, highlighted sharply differing philosophies on parenting. Chi wanted to instill independence in their son, while Adaku believed that joy lay in preserving their sacred bond. "A chick that stays too long under the mother's wings will forget to fly," Mama Chiki would admonish, but Adaku brushed aside those wisdom-laden warnings. She reveled in their closeness, convinced that her love could never harm her child. However, as Jill transitioned into adolescence, signs of trouble began to emerge. His innocent dependence evolved into a possessiveness that cast a shadow over their interconnected lives. One day, as Adaku sorted laundry in the living room, the boy entered with a notebook clutched closely to his chest, his demeanor suspicious. When he hesitated at her question, a chill gripped her heart, but she let it go, unaware that within its pages lay the beginnings of a harrowing revelation, an obsession that would shatter their lives. Adaku sensed the shift in their relationship, but her denial was strong, ignoring the warnings that whispered at the corners of her heart. What once was joy now threatened to unravel into chaos, a dark foreboding lurking just beneath the surface of their idyllic existence. The aftermath of that fateful confrontation shattered the fragile facade of Adaku's carefully curated life. Chi's fury was an inferno, consuming the remnants of their family and igniting a rift that seemed insurmountable. "Look at what you've done, Adaku," he yelled, his voice a mixture of pain and anger, each word a bitter reminder of the unyielding hold her blind love had over Jill. These were not merely disagreements anymore, they were accusations that cut deep, exposing the raw wound of their disintegration. Adaku felt the weight of her choices pressing heavily on her chest, suffocating her as the truth dawned. Her unconditional devotion had birthed a grotesque dependency that neither of them could fully comprehend. The warm laughter that once filled their home was replaced with the icy silence of distrust and grief, and the love that had once bound them together now threatened to tear them apart. In the chaos of her despair, Adaku sought redemption, throwing herself into a frantic search for help. She turned to pastors and therapists, desperately hoping to salvage the remnants of her relationship with her son. "Please, you must help him," she pleaded, pouring her heart out in the presence of various spiritual leaders. Yet each encounter,